Stay frosty and head over to easymutt.com for the cheapest mutt coins on the market. And when I say cheapest, I mean it. We're talking 1 million coins for around 40 bucks. Use code DIRECTOR for 5% off. Yo, what up, brothers? What's up? It's the Director. Madden Ultimate Team fans, we've got some more custom card art predictions coming down the tubes today. Guys, it's going to be a pretty good one today. This is like your zero chill, like base promo. It's got a ton of cards in it. Before we do start like really breaking this down though and showing you guys all the card art, I do need to kind of explain how the Christmas promo works. It comes out in like 3 or 4 different parts. There's the base promo, which we're going over today. There's a ton of cards. I think I have somewhere around 15 or 20 cards ready for you guys today. After that, we should be seeing the Ghosts of Madden series. Now that does cover Ghosts of Madden future, present, and past. So we are going to see a couple of videos coming down the pipeline here the next couple of weeks, but I did want to start with the base one, which is the one I think will be coming out first. We can expect to see these cards maybe in a week or 2. Now, of course, like always, these are custom cards. These are photoshopped by myself to kind of predict who I think could be getting cards here in the coming future, get people kind of ramped up and amped for the Christmas promo. Before we do get started, guys, hit us up with a like and sub if you do enjoy this content and the time it takes to Photoshop all of this stuff. The small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, and bell notification helps me out a lot. Let's get into this video. Lights, camera, action. Zero Chill is on its way, and again, guys, it's like one of the best times to play Madden Ultimate Team, so I'm going to put in a lot of work with this one, give you guys a lot of card art. So let's not waste any time in this video. We got a lot of cards to cover. Let's start with the man out of Philadelphia, Darius Slay. Now, of course, this promo is going to start off with like a lot of the low 90s cards, and we will get up into like the high 90s cards, mid 90s cards as well. But we're going to start off with Darius Slay, 92 speed. He's going to hit those thresholds of man, zone, and press once you put on lockdown as via chemistry on him. He should be a really nice item for Eagles theme teams. But don't worry, guys, we'll get into some more powerful cards here in a minute. But next up, we do have the man from the Indianapolis Colts. It's kind of on the rise with fans, Julian Blackmon. Now, honestly, this cat's been getting a lot of requests in my videos to get a custom card. Free safety for the Indianapolis Colts. Apparently, he's having a really good season, so I went ahead and gave him 91 speed with, again, pretty good man and very good zone and very decent hit power as well. So, as far as a theme team, Julian Blackmon will look really good with the Colts. Next up, you guys know we're going to be getting upgrades to our rookie premieres. Tristan Wirfs. Now, I think Wirfs got an upgrade not too long ago with one of the affiliate programs, but still, Tristan Wirfs, I think he's been playing pretty good this season. He would be an automatic upgrade to everyone who has his rookie premiere done. Very good in the pass blocking category and run blocking. I would say like middle of the pack. If it's not a legend player on the offensive line, they're not going to stick out as much, but still, for a free player and a free upgrade, I'm sure even Buccaneers fans would be very happy to see him get the bump. Next up, let's move the overall up by 1. Jonnu Smith. Now, I think Jonnu Smith would be a really fun item. They did a part of the Zero Chill last year where there was 2 or 3 different cards that had baked in abilities with them, and I think Jonnu Smith would be a really cool one to do that with. Maybe put on Tight End Apprentice or something that people use a lot of on head-to-head, and give him really nice speed. 90 speed. With chemistry, he can hit the medium route running threshold, which is something that a lot of people really covet, and really good catching as well. So honestly, Jonnu Smith, for me, I used his 84 for a long time. An upgrade to 91 would definitely look really nice in head-to-head. All right, guys, I know it's soon, but let's go ahead and bump the overall up again by 1. Starting with Brian Bulaga. Director, you're a Chargers fan. Yeah, I get it, but I still do think Brian Bulaga deserves an upgrade. It's an offensive lineman. Come on. I still do think Brian Bulaga, as far as right tackles that are not legendary players, is probably my preference because he has pretty decent pass blocking. You'll notice he's got 92, 93, and 91 on the pass blocking. Pretty decent awareness as well, so it's an offensive lineman. Let's not all get too excited. Next up, the man we saw at the top of this video, Daniel Jones, 89 speed. He will be a field general, so that's what's really nice about Daniel Jones. He is a field general this year, right? Still, having the ability to put Hot Route Master with the 89 speed would be really, really nice. He would hit all the thresholds with Go Deep as well, so I really like Daniel Jones. I think he's a bit underrated. He's kind of in a tough spot in New York, but still I'm actually a pretty big fan of Daniel Jones, so I hope he does have more success here in the future. Next up, a wide receiver upgrade I think is a little overdue. Devontae Parker. Now, I love Devontae Parker. I think he's definitely put in the work and has kind of rised up the ranks as far as Madden Ultimate Team players. Not this year, but last year he had a couple of really nice cards. I think it's time to give him one this year. 92 speed. I think he's somewhere around 6'3 or 6'4, so he'd be a nice tall target as well, with pretty decent catching and then pretty decent route running on top of that too. So I don't know, he's kind of all around a really good balanced outside receiver with pretty decent speed. Next up, the man who's been on the move a couple of times this year. Everson Griffin. Now, I know there's going to be Vikings fans and Cowboys fans excited to see him get the upgrade because, of course, he was traded a couple of times this year. Still a pretty decent right end. 86 speed is very solid. 91 power move. Maybe a little bit lower on the block shed and finesse move, but still, when you're talking about a speedy guy off the edge, you really can never complain. Guys, I cannot tell you how difficult it was to find a picture of him in a Lions uniform, so hit a like just for that. Next up, time to bump the overall up one more time. Starting with Alvin Kamara. Now, I do like these receiving backs quite a bit. I think a lot of people are starting to really embrace them in Madden Ultimate Team because they have a very low cost for one of the best abilities in the game in Backfield Master, which is really, really nice. 92 speed in Alvin Kamara with 91 break tackle, 94 agility, and 82 catching. I think a lot of people would really like this card. Kind of an affordable receiving back with very decent speed. I think it's time Alvin Kamara does get the bump. Next up, a wide receiver that I think would dominate the slot. Larry Fitzgerald. Now, there's a lot of people that was like, Director, why Larry Fitzgerald? He doesn't have any speed. Well, in years past, they've given him pretty decent speed. 91 speed on a 93 Larry Fitzgerald. Guys, we're lucky to have that. But still, I'm talking about a slot wide receiver with ridiculous catching. 95 catch, 94 in traffic, and even 93 spec catch with really good route running on top of that. I think if you're looking for a good slot receiver, myself last year liked to use Larry Fitzgerald because he just came up with passes that other wide receivers would simply drop. So I really like Larry Fitz. I hope that you guys do enjoy him if we do get an upgrade. And honestly, I do think he's very underrated as far as someone to utilize in head-to-head. Next up, a man who made his exit a little bit too early this season. Nick Bosa. Now, the Bosa brothers have been dominating the league since both of them came into the league, and unfortunately, Nick Bosa did get injured pretty early in the season, but I still think it's time we do acknowledge his talent in the NFL, even though he is sidelined. 82 speed. I mean, honestly, a lot of these stats look okay, but the finesse move at 95 for a 93 overall card is very, very nice. So obviously, you Niners theme teams would love to see a Nick Bosa upgrade. Everyone else, maybe there's better choices out there, but I do think we owe Nick Bosa the respect of an upgrade at this time of year. Next up, the last man standing in Miami last season. Xavier Howard. I will forever associate this man with the meme of him standing alone in a room when everyone else was getting traded away from Miami. But still, Miami's really turned a corner as far as their secondary and their defense this year. And I think it really has been led by this man here, Xavier Howard. Now, I do think he got an upgrade for like most feared or something like that, but he's been playing so well. I think it's time to give him an upgrade a little bit sooner than later. 94 speed on this cat would be amazing. 86 man, again, with chemistries, he should be just fine with 91 zone, 89 press. So all around a really, really nice cornerback with very decent speed. So I really like Xavier Howard. I think he deserves the upgrade. Next up, you guys ready to see some 94 overalls? Okay, I need everybody to calm down after seeing this card, okay? DK Metcalf. Metcalf has been getting a lot of upgrades this season, and honestly, I really struggled whether or not to give him the upgrade here. But really, you have to pay respect to the best receivers in the season, and DK Metcalf really is shining among all of the other talented receivers in the league. And honestly, if we're going to be getting some really nice cornerbacks, I want to put in a wide receiver that would really challenge everybody in head-to-head. There's going to be a must-have wide receiver by everybody in head-to-head. 96 speed. So you put, sprinter, you upgrade him, he'll be 99 speed. The first 99 speed wide receiver in the game. I think it does, deservingly so, go to DK Metcalf with pretty decent catching and pretty decent route running too. I think DK deserves to be the best wide receiver in the game. And honestly, at this point, I don't know if it's even going to be close. Honestly, that one has me sweating a little bit. I hope you guys don't give me too much pushback. Next up, we've got the man from Pittsburgh, TJ Watt. Now, TJ Watt, for whatever reason, I think is super underrated every single year. For whatever reason, people don't understand the impact that he has on his team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. This man is just an absolute tackling machine, sack machine. He's very, very good at what he does. Sure, he's not the speediest linebacker in the league, only 86 speed, but again, 97 finesse move coming off the edge on a theme team. You're talking like 91 speed. This is kind of what's required to get to the quarterback nowadays, especially with acceleration, coming down a little bit. You got to get off that line, and I think TJ Watt has definitely earned his stripes in this league. Welcome to the league, TJ Watt, and I hope you guys appreciate him getting an upgrade in this card art video. And the last 94 in this video goes to Tre'Davious White. Now, White really hasn't seen an upgrade since the beginning of the season, and I can tell you, man, Tre'Davious White is a very, very good cornerback. The Chargers just played him a couple of weeks ago. This cat could be very, very nice on anybody's team with 94 speed, 93 man, 89 zone, and 91 press. He would be an absolute monster out there at cornerback. If you're going to see guys like DK Metcalf running around out there, maybe a Randy Moss at some point, you're going to need guys like Tre'Davious White, and I think he does stand out. All right, guys, now we're getting into the 95s, okay? So last year, the 95s were composed of legends. All of them but 2 of them. There was 5 95s. 2 of them were LTDs. So we're going to go ahead and show the LTDs first. Starting with Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey, obviously one of those guys who's been sidelined a lot this year. He's one dude that you really hope to see upgrades, in any given team of the week. But unfortunately, because of injury, he hasn't gotten the opportunity. I think now is a great opportunity to upgrade Christian McCaffrey and really make him the best receiving back in the game. 93 speed, 95 acceleration, 96 carrying, 96 change of direction. So again, as close as you're ever going to get to human joystick, 85 break tackle. So honestly, Christian McCaffrey, I think if he got in the right hands of the people that know how to use Backfield Master in head-to-head, he would be very, very lethal in anybody's squad. So I think that's really deserving. First LTD goes to him. Secondly, I think an absolute monster off the edge will represent our second LTD. Myles Garrett. Now, Garrett, again, hasn't seen an upgrade since, towards the beginning of the season. 86 speed coming off the edge. A Browns theme team, you're talking 91 speed. And on top of that, with simple chemistries, you can get this cat up to like 99 power move, somewhere in the low 90s of finesse move, somewhere in the low 90s of block shed. My goodness, man, this guy would be one of the best defensive ends in the league. And Myles Garrett, I think as far as LTD goes, definitely deserving of it. Really excited to see when he does get the bump. All right, guys, now it's time to get into the 95s that are represented by legends. Now, keep in mind, these are separate from the Ghosts of Madden Pass. We did get 2 batches of guys that were considered legends last year, one for Zero Chill and one for Ghosts of Madden. So we're going to start off with the 95 for the Zero Chill. Steve Young. Now, Steve Young's been in the game pretty much year in and year out for a long time now. I do think he makes his debut on Christmas with an 86 speed, really incredible accuracies at 95, 95, and 92, with really good throw under pressure, run, and play action as well. So you add on top of that the 86 speed, he's going to be a very, very good quarterback in Madden Ultimate Team. And again, I'm pretty sure Niners fans would go absolutely ballistic to see Steve Young added back into the game. So he's going to be our first legend of Zero Chill. Next up, one of the meanest running backs in NFL history, Marshawn Lynch, aka Beast Mode. Now, in years past, Beast Mode, I feel, has been disrespected in the speed department because he was playing in his twilight years and he did slow down quite a bit. But if we're talking about like a legendary Marshawn Lynch, I think we got to give him at least a 92 speed on a 95 card with ridiculous trucking and break tackle. This is the kind of guy, he may form a new meta where it's like, run up the middle, truck, run up the middle, break tackle, and pick up yards on the ground that way. I do think we're in a brand new Madden, it's absolutely possible that something like that springs up with the addition of Marshawn Lynch, who I think Seahawks fans, general fans of the NFL would very much so be excited to see launch in Madden 21. So Marshawn Lynch is going to be the second legend of the 95s. And lastly, the guy I think is going to be the selling point for Zero Chill, Charles Woodson. Now, I think Charles Woodson was added to Madden Mobile not too long ago, and I think it may have been for some kind of Christmas promo. So I'm going to say that Charles Woodson makes his debut in Madden Ultimate Team through the Christmas promo as well, and he's definitely going to dominate as the best cornerback in Madden Ultimate Team for a while. We're talking 94 speed, 95 acceleration, really good agility to break on the ball, break on his routes, and pick up those picks and interceptions. Play rec is really high. 94 man, 92 zone, 91 press. I don't think any other cornerback in the game would be able to touch him for quite a while. And I think, honestly, just the name Charles Woodson coming back into the game would mean a lot to NFL fans in general. So, guys, that's all I've got for the Zero Chill card art and my predictions. Of course, we're not going to get them right 100% of the time. This is more to get people excited and ramped up, kind of getting their minds churning of who they think could be coming into the game. So that's where you guys come in. Who do you think is coming to Zero Chill, and when do you think Zero Chill is going to be dropping? My timeline suggests it could be anywhere between 1 and 2 weeks when it launches, but I do think it launches a little sooner than normal this season because it kind of dragged out a little too long last year into January. But still, anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section who you would want to see. If you guys liked any of these card arts, please feel free to take a screenshot and post them on Twitter. Tag me. I'll give you guys some love, and then eventually we will be posting these for everybody to enjoy on Twitter in a very long thread. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been The Director. We'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this content, hit us up with a like and sub on your way out. As always, bolt up and stay frosty.